Gruner, and I am, I would say, the CEO of Gruner Farms. On our farm, we have a myriad of animals, which started with chickens, and that's how our farm began. We started our farm actually in our house in Tacoma, and we started with 5 hens and 1 rooster. And I began to see my passion for caring for these animals and what I could do with their eggs. So I already knew I love baking. That is a major side hustle of mine, and we just saw a passion for taking care of the land. We saw a greater future. We saw a garden with growing fruits and vegetables. We saw increasing our chickens, right? We wanted more chickens so we could have more eggs, not only to feed our family, but then also to sell to other families who had that same passion and that same interest. So I couldn't tell you at that time what this farm would look like or what the future would hold for us, but it has been nothing short of incredible, and I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to not only take care of this farm, take care of the animals, but also share our farm with other people. The current farm that we live on here in Eatonville is 10 acres, and so it allows us to do so much more. We were able to have a greater customer base. We were able to use social media to sell our baked goods and to sell our farm fresh eggs. And then I was able to start doing pop-up shops in 2018, which was a game changer for me. I would say my passion for baking actually began when I had my kids. It was a creative outlet for me. It was something I found great joy in, baking cookies and brownies and cakes and cupcakes for family and friends. And so that's really how that came about, is just I did it as a hobby. It wasn't even a business at that point. I think getting those chickens, seeing the farm fresh eggs that we would collect every day, and realizing I can set myself apart in this market. So I decided to base my at-home baking off of all of our recipes are going to incorporate our farm fresh eggs, and just to help people connect when they have a cookie or when they have a brownie, to help connect them to our farm in one way, shape, or form. So I would say 2017 was the year that everything really kicked off. We got the chickens, the idea for the business really came about, but the biggest struggle for me at that time was for me to really put a hard dollar value on my time. And I think as my life has grown, the baking business has grown, our farm has grown, I have become more aware of how valuable time is. The baking business really started to ramp up. 2019 was one of my biggest years baking as far as dollar amounts. We surpassed our goal. It was amazing. But one of the things that people don't necessarily notice or see is that the toll that it takes on your body. Baking is very physically taxing. I would say it is a juggle, right? Because you're trying to balance, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I have a bakery business, I'm running a farm, I homeschool our kids. I think it's being very intentional, right? I have to guard my schedule. I used to have a problem and not be able to say no to people. Like it was a real problem. I would say yes to everyone and everything at the cost of my mental health, my physical health. And then I just realized one day, I kind of woke up and was like, this isn't working. I think the longer we've been on the farm, we found a rhythm, how to invest in my business with my time, my energy, but also take care of myself. It's really trying to find that balance of, if I am gonna bake, I'm gonna put time constraints on it to try to make it healthier for me, but then also protecting my time with my kids, so that way they know mom is available, mom is accessible. They are very interested in the business. They understand the concept of the business. They have been on probably hundreds of deliveries with me, so they understand what goes into it, and then they're seeing the outcome of it. And I think that's very important for them to see. Mom just isn't baking all hours of the night in the kitchen. This is a real business. This is something bigger than what they see on a day-to-day basis. 2020 hit, and I hit a real crossroads, I think, in my business, because I had the opportunity to kind of say, okay, I'm done, right? Nobody's gonna do baked goods with a pandemic, or I could just really take that time and energy that I had actually been given by not baking and pour it back into the farm. I'd say we hit about the end of summer. That's when the business started to, I think, kind of breathe life back into the baking business. And I realized that we're gonna be okay, right? People are gonna order cookies again. People are gonna order cupcakes and cakes again. And we're gonna be okay. And it also made me appreciate and value more of having the opportunity to bake for people. I think it's really easy to take for granted. And it just brought a renewed sense of appreciation that somebody chose me to bake for them and their family and their special event. So it brought a renewed sense of value and appreciation for that. And there are days where we feel super successful, and there are days where we feel like we have failed miserably. It's just meeting each day with that renewed mindset of, today I'm gonna do my best. Today I'm gonna give my best. And what that looks like in each avenue of the farm, it could be different every single day.